world. Bonita's here. The cat. Good morning. Ooh. Well, still wicked early, but I've been up for a hot second. But this is the first cup of coffee. Okay, now I did start shuffling, and then I had a song in my heart, so I was just shuffling and singing my little heart out, and I got out the Green Witch's Oracle deck to get a theme. Bonita, just come lay, please. Anyway, the cards started to just fly out before I could hit record, and I stopped so that it was flowing. So the first card out was Mint, which I love. I was just drinking some mint water before I had my coffee. We also have the rune symbol, Fehu. So this is abundance. And also, if you've ever had mint grow in the garden, she takes over. She is abundant. She's girthy. Oh, hey, look. I didn't even notice a little fish. Look at this little, what are you? I don't know. Maybe a tuna? A salmon. Oh, I can tell by the hook. But he's missing some of his colors. Okay, well, we got some fish. We got some mint. We got some gold. Wow. Okay. And then, so complimentary. Look at that. Summer. Oh, yeah, so with mint, abundance, persistence, proliferation. Summer, expansion and growth. But I'm seeing like these like golden sunflowers as this little pile of gold treasure. Oof, just gorgeous. Okay, so we got, and then we got fruit. Achievement, success. Here we see the rune symbol Sowilo, which is the sun. We have like a lot of summer, vitality, growth, rich, fruit, like, exactly. And then it is raining. It's a little hard out today. And the last card was rain. Cleansing, purification, hydration. So, if you ask me, my humble opinion, off to a great start. Let's have a sip of coffee about it. Well, with the fruit too, it's juicy. When something's perfectly ripe, that's the other thing. The way that our food systems have been working, for most of us, we really don't get to experience fruits and vegetables the way they're meant to be eaten. Like, ripe off the vine. Where are these little crystals? Well, and going back to the gold though, like, this has kind of got that yellow gold. Got a lot of yellow gold here. Can't be mad about it. I feel like that's star anise up in the corner. Okay. So then, I thought, well, let's get out a couple of these cards to get a bit of a flavor. The animal, apothecary. Oh, I'm seeing a cutie patootie horse. I need horses in my life, guys. I follow this woman on Facebook. I believe it's just called My Horse Willow, but it's really My Horse Willow and Oakley, the other horse. God damn, I really want that life. I want to adopt some old horses, give them their best life, go for some walks, run around, play around, just let them live their little best horse life. Have a garden. Yeah, sounds pretty good. Okay. Let's call them those crowd favorites. God, Jesus, Grandma, Buddha, archangels, all ascended masters, all of my benevolent ancestors. Grandmama, look at this beautiful spread. Wow, transformation, exactly. I feel like everything is about to come into fruition. You know what I mean? Yeah, like really like arms up. Hallelujah. Let's get out that tambourine, yeah. Okay, so we got a little transformation going on here. Well, and summer does bring that, does it not? We all came through the winter of discontent. Australia, New Zealand, I'm pretty sure you're going into your winter. So, follow along though. All right. Grandmama, so we have transformation. Ooh, these two. Better than you can imagine. Yeah, with those, all of those cards, I really do think it is going to be better than you can imagine. And there's a lot of winged action here. It's so funny, I was just learning about an insect right before I started this video. Literally had the same type of wings. Oh, for the love of cinnamon. It was all of maybe 10 minutes ago. Do you think I can remember the bug's name? Ugh, this humidity. Let's put on a hat for a sec. Sometimes I can deal with my floofy hair. Sometimes I can't. And then we have Nourish the Shadow. But I feel like it's going with this rain card. Yeah, everybody needs a drink at the water. Even the shadow. Cleansing, purification, hydration. Yeah, we gotta keep everyone hydrated. Even our shadow sides. Everyone's gotta, because I'm telling you, just think about how bitchy you get when you're thirsty and hungry. It goes for your shadow side as well. Yeah. Okay, well, love it. Let's put these guys back. Well, now that I feel like we're kind of heading towards the end of June here, like I feel like we're about to have the summer solstice, so we're officially heading into summer. So I suspect, based off of these cards, it is looking to gear up to be a really juicy summer. Let's just get a couple of these guys out. Yeah, I like to switch it up. Oh yeah, I always forget that on the back of these cards, they have these beautiful little parrots. Okay. Grandmama. Collective seems to be on their way to great things. What else do we have to add to this? What's this card? Oh. Okay, a little coffin action. Okay. Put you to the side. There is an eighth. Oh, eights traditionally are abundance. Oh. And then we have this garden. Okay, wait, we gotta go back to the other deck because there was a garden with this shape right here, but going in it, like, you'll see the perspective is different, but then there's these scales of justice that I was like very intrigued by. Hold on. We gotta get it. We gotta get it out. Wow, I'm seeing a lot of cards that I've never seen before. Okay, where are you? Where's that goddamn card? Oh, it wasn't in this deck. Oh my god, total ding dong. Yeah, it was in. Well, no wonder I'm not seeing it in there. Hold on, it's gonna be worth it. There's something here. We gotta get that card out. It needs to come out. It goes with this card. Yes, right here. Hedge. See? And see, we're getting a different perspective. So what you're not seeing here is that at the, oh. Well, you're seeing one end of the fence. They really do go well together. What does this guy say? Potential, boundaries, and indecision. this coffin. Okay, well, we have something here about hedge. We got this coffin. Yes. And then what? This card. Oh, now we got this book. Well, the book and the coffin, I don't know why. They feel like they're kind of one and the same, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's the way that they're lying. I don't know. Do you see what I'm seeing? Like, okay, well, I'll pull one more to go with that little garden scene there. So, okay, so it's this card. Ooh, mountains. Okay. Interesting. Well, there does seem to be a boundary. And then look, there's wilderness and a wildness. So perhaps it's the boundary that's coming to the end. And also because if you think about what opens up your world, a good old book. Do you know what I mean? That imagination, it is freedom. Okay, so there's something here about like, well, in that garden, it's giving wealth. Like I'm hearing like Aristocats in the movie, but more like aristocrat. But if you're born in the 80s, I feel like you can't say aristocrat without saying Aristocats. Oh, that movie. Oh, and then remember when someone synced up part of the Aristocats to go with Lizzo's song? Ah, oh, it's perfectly timed. If you don't know, go look it up. Do yourself a favor. Okay. Well, it seems like you escape some type of proper boundary. And it's stifling. Like, while yes, a well-maintained garden for wealthy people is a particular flavor, like, think about how everything is, like, perfectly trimmed and manicured. And even the way that you're supposed to encounter and, what's the word I'm looking for? Engage with this type of garden. It's like you have to stay on the path, like, or it's encouraged to stay on the path. Don't pick any of the wildflowers. There are none. Like it's, again, it's very maintained and manicured. And there's something here about the freedom of imagination, the freedom to dream big, and to be out in something expansive and not controlled by man. Okay. And that's why we have things like better than you can imagine. Yeah, it seems like someone thinks that this contained walled garden, and I feel like this is all you've known. So maybe you did kind of grow up aristocratic, affluent. Because going with the garden theme, like we have mint, we have the summer with the sunflowers, but it's all out in nature. We don't see containment. It's just growing with, yeah, proliferation. There's something here about, yeah, nourishing the shadow, letting everyone have a drink. Like everyone's welcome. That's the thing with everyone being welcome. When you have gates, and especially like the beautiful wrought iron, there's usually like a class divide, I would say. Like it's really meant to keep certain people in, certain people out. And I feel like with Nourish the Shadow, it's ensuring that everyone has a seat at the table, that no one is left out, whether it be aspects of self, actual people, an actual class divide, whatever. There's this emphasis on, and especially with the natural world, that everything is meant to be enjoyed and shared by everybody. It's not just for a select few. Okay. Okay. I like this. Let's put you here. Let's tidy up for a sec so we can make some space. And then let's get you back in your box. Okay. And then you go like this. Okay, great. Now let's pull some cards about it. Yeah, like right now I can hear the birds just Liz in their mind having a little bird bath. Ah, I love that. Okay. Bear with me. I don't know why. This is the roommate's candle. I'm just subletting. This isn't really my long-term space. Anyway, but this guy, he just peeked around this candle, and I was like, I don't know why, but I feel like this is a bit of a theme. I don't know what that means, but he stood out. Something's gonna make you laugh. Something unexpected, perhaps. I don't know. Okay. Beep, beep. Exactly. Okay, Grandmama, we have a real beautiful spread here. We got the owl deck out. I'm really into it. Okay. So you're breaking free. There's a wildness here. Okay. So Grandmama, why don't we start off with this transformation into it being better than you can imagine? And then all of this, wow, Celebration Station. What did I say about everything being like meant to be enjoyed by everybody? And see, they're up in the sky in wilderness. Okay. So whatever you're coming into, I feel like you're really also like, it is going to be a point of pleasure for you to be able to share. Just like with like the reciprocity, like when all the flowers get going, then the bees come in, and I don't know, there's like this synergy, and yeah, engagement and interaction are the words that are coming through. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups, Celebration Station. No. Okay. Four of Swords. Four of Swords has been coming out. I feel like everybody needs a goddamn break. Am I right? Yeah, I feel like everyone has been up to their eyeballs in some kind of either assholes or just hard life circumstances. Everybody needs a break. And you get one. That's beautiful. Okay. And we're seeing a succession. It's 3 to the 4. All right. Okay, so what's going after? We have the Three of Cups to the Four of Swords. What's next, Grandmama? Debbie Devil. Okay. Ooh, and he's going underneath fruit. The red of the strawberry. Well, maybe you need to be thinking about gluttony just a little bit, because I was thinking about how, like, I don't know, the orange-red tones of that owl look like that big fat strawberry. And what I was saying about, like, when we get to experience fruit properly ripened, on the vine. So when you eat it, it's like the right time, the right place, everything. And that strawberry is as it should be, and it's delicious. Okay, well, we'll find out a little bit more about that devil, but it is feeling like that strawberry. Okay, so what's going underneath the Three of Cups? The Magician. Okay. This guy wanted to come out. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I know what I'm hearing. When it's about going back to that shadow, making sure that everyone has a seat at the table, but I think because there's been a bit of a dry spell, or perhaps you've just never had a season of proliferation such as this, that it's a little bit like the poor kid syndrome, that when money or abundance or prosperity comes in, it's a little bit like a kid at the candy store. You just go 10 toes in, chest out. You're like, yeah. There is a bit of gluttony, really enjoying the senses. Bit of appetite and a bit of celebrating and sharing that with people. All right, so what's going underneath Devi Devil? Temperance, exactly. We got to learn how to balance it. That's all it is. You just go a lot of it, probably hog wild. And so, like, absolutely enjoy yourself, treat yourself, ensure that the people that you love, you know, that you want to share that with, like, absolutely. But then we're seeing this progression of like, okay, we're gonna rein it a little bit. Okay, great. Glad we cleared that up. Okay. So, Three Cups to the Magician. Ooh, Knight of Swords. Okay. Yes. Four of Swords to the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, Queen of Cups. I feel like you might be hearing from a Queen of Cups from the past. Okay. And what's going underneath? The Devil to Temperance. Uh-oh, Five of Cups. Oh boy. There's always someone sad. There is. Okay. Let me just take a quick peek. Okay, well, let's clarify. There is something about the wings on transformation to the Devil. I feel as though your life has been extremes. And that's been part of what you've been learning in this life, is taking things right to the edge, just like this, this dragonfly. See how it's like right up the center? It's like you're really rocking both lines. And so I would say that in your life, you've really peered over both sides of the light and the dark. And finding balance. And I feel like you do, because again, who do you have at your table drinking a little bit of water? Your shadow self. Okay, so let's talk about that Three of Cups. That's your current energy. You're celebrating. 2 cards. No, I don't want to. I do see the Fool here. That would fit, but I just want 2 cards. It wants to be 2 again. Oh man, okay. It's the same, well, the same 2 want to come out, but now added to the 5 of Swords. Okay, so we know that there's a new beginning. You're celebrating. Now, for the Fool, though, is the 8 of Swords. So there's definitely something here about doubting. Going back to better than you can imagine. Yeah, I feel like you've been in a bit of a spell for a hot second where you just simply couldn't imagine anymore. You're like, you know what? All of my imagination sticks, they're done. They're burnt up, tossed. Like, there's nothing left in the pile to imagine. I can't imagine. It's been this way for a hot second. It seems like the writing is on the wall. But then it does happen. And as mentioned, sometimes the thing that can really throw us is like when the beautiful things come pouring in. It's like we actually don't know what to do with it, or it can remind us of things that we lost. Like, it doesn't always have to be that way, but there does seem to be some doubt. And then it does come in, but then that doubt becomes the 5 of Swords. It like kind of plays with your mind a little bit. Now, what's interesting is that in this card, we do see 3 owls. 2 are flying away, and then we see a 3 of Cups. So, I wonder, and is that why you're all by yourself now? Having a rest? Oh, because look, the Devil scooped up 2. Oh, there's a bit of a divine intervention here. Yeah, because your blessings are coming in. And unfortunately, this is the way it rolls. At least in my experience. There are things that are just meant for you. And if you still have people, scragglers, the ones that you don't want to like let go of because you have history, but your paths are not, they've now crossed. You're going in different directions. You're in different stages of life or even energies. And so I see that you've done the work. You're in a new season of life. And there's these gifts and experiences that are coming to you that are very rich and fertile. But you definitely have, at minimum, 2 people, some Klingons, that want to ride on your coattails, that are takers, that want to take advantage of this. And Spirit, oddly enough, is working with Debbie Devil to come scoop them up, reveal them. So that's part of this thing, is you are really generous and you do want to make sure that everyone has a seat at the table. That's a really lovely character trait to have. That being said, Spirit has other plans for these 2 people. They've been scooped up. And they might have been indulging on your behalf, like taking whatever this is, but like going back to that gluttony and indulging. I think you were celebrating with them, and they may have just helped themselves to your honeypot, so to speak, and indulged further. Okay, well, Spirit says, no bueno, you're out of here. Okay. So let's talk about this Magician. No, let me focus. I was still thinking about indulging. The Magician. The Star. This is what I mean about doing the work, because also in this Magician, he's referencing the past a little bit. His body is just enough towards the left that there's this reference to the past. And with Magician having all the tools at its disposal to create whatever it is that they want, it tells me again there's, and oh yeah, we see the echinacea, we see roses, so there's this like the purification that we hear with rain, a cleansing and a healing. And part of this abundance, whatever all of this great fortune and abundance is, you might literally need money to be able to afford certain things. And so now that you have these resources, you can really up the healing game. Do you know what I mean? Whether that's like mental health services or physical health services, we all know like money talks. And so I think this last part of that transformation is now that you have access to people, places, and things, these type of resources that you didn't have access to, it like expedites this last part of your healing. I feel like you were doing a lot of healing with no resources, just on your own, really working at it, or working with the limited resources that you had. And now there seems to be like, again, you're not contained in this wrought iron fence, whatever. It's like things open up. And we really see it in this Knight of Pentacles. See, like opened up. But what I love about it is that I love these pentacles. I feel like out of all of the pentacles, this guy, he has movement. You can see he's marching. Oh man, and he feels good. Sun's out, guns out. He's got on his best little armor. He's got a song in his heart, just like how I started this reading. Even if it is raining, still has a song in his heart and his future marching, you know? And what I love though is that then we see the sun setting and there's this balance, but also like a little bird bath going on. Again, floofy. Again, purification, cleansing, reveling in simple pleasures, but also like balance. Balance, living in the middle, that's what I call the win-win-win. When you rock the middle way, for me, it's not giving up one thing for the other. It's really like you get to experience and have all the things, like, but in balance. So like, yeah, everyone gets pretty lit up about indulging, but it's an appetite. It's an appetite that won't actually feed you. Do you know what I mean? It's a bottomless pit when you kind of get into that energy. So when you're in this and like the steady Freddy energy of this guy, it's paced, it's measured. You're not gonna burn out when you've got a good pace. Yeah, measured, balanced. Okay, so we have that, but then I feel like we got this person swooping in to communicate something, but I also feel like if this is them, they're gonna be sad a little bit. Let's find out. Knight of Swords. Look at your big fat floofy toes. Okay, what do you gotta say? Ooh, Knight of Wands. Fast moving communication. Four of Pentacles. Someone wants you to share with them. See? Look, he's got his little Sally Salamander. But with the four, yeah, this Queen of Cups, their energy is one of like They don't want to give up what they have, but they certainly want you to share what you have. And they want to communicate that to be like, can you please share? Tell me a bit more. The Hermit. Well, okay, tell me a little bit more. This person is also past facing, so this is someone from your past for sure. I don't know. They want you to share, also potentially like love. And this is now future, yeah, like they want something from you. It definitely has to do with your resources, whether it's love resources, monetary resources, but like, also, this Hermit, like look, he's in his snuggie, he's in his tree. He's got a bit of moss and some fluff going on, so like he's wicked comfy. His eyes though, I don't know, he looks like a bit of a shit disturber if you ask me. Okay. Here, let's put these back in. Okay, so what is this person communicating? Let's have more on the communication. Yeah, there's definitely like attraction. Okay, hold on. What was your relationship to this person? I don't feel like it's current because they're swooping back around. Oh, passion. Yeah, this person, they're a Queen of Wands, so yeah, I feel like you had some kind of smoochy history with this person. Yes. Yeah, they want you to give to them and make them happy. We see this as their energy. They don't have anything to share. And it's funny because in the King of Cups, you see him with his toes on a big fat fish. So like ready to offer. This person, I feel like, has filled up their cup. You know what I mean? They've been flying along, grabbing other people's fish from other people's cups. Yeah, they want you to continue to fill up their cup. What else is new? But we do see them in the Five of Cups. I also feel like you've left them out. Like you've left them before. Yeah. Okay. So, what do you need to know about this person when they swoop around? Oh my god. The King of Wands reversed. It's like the only card in here that's reversed. They're trouble. Capital T. Trouble. Nothing good is gonna come. And yeah, we saw a lot of wands. They're impulsive. Again, they like to feed their appetite. What did I say about the bottomless pit? It's all fire. And fire needs air to really amp itself up. Okay. So what is your response to them going to be? How are you gonna handle this? You got your back to them. You're looking to your future, and your wing is open to anybody else but them. You're like, I'm holding out for my real future person. It's not you. Yeah, you've turned your back. You're like, talk to my back. This wing, it's open for literally anybody else but you. We've gone through this. And you're like, I know my ships are coming in. I know I have a beautiful future. it is going to be better than you can imagine. And that's the thing about, relationships. I feel as though you have a relationship that is better than you can imagine, because I feel like you've been dealing with this ding dong. It's not them. Yeah, it ain't me, babe. Whoa, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. Yeah. Yeah, it's not this person, I can tell you right now. Okay. So, you're gonna give them their back. Do we need to know more about this person? Because, like, they're coming in at the very end of this story. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's getting good. Oh, are these part of the two people? Hold on. Let's put King of Wands. Let's put you guys back in for a hot second here. Oh, let's put you here. Here, let's put some of these back in, because now I want to ask about... So the two people that get removed, I'm guessing, I'd be willing to bet one of them is this Queen of Cups. Well, you have history. It's the Seven of Pentacles, and he's past facing, so you definitely have history with these two people. Three of Swords on the bottom. We had 3 owls and the Three of Cups, and then we have that Five of Swords that we saw, where 2 are flying off. So is there a betrayal by 2? Like, did this Queen of Cups mess around or something with, like, a best friend? Or are there 2 best friends that are just skanky and dusty? Ugh. Sorry, also my allergies. 1 million. Ugh. Okay. Is there anything else you want the collective to know about this reverse King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Five of Cups, Four of Pentacles person? Is there anything else you want collective? I would say just focus on your sun. Because also, like, we see the sunflowers here, and we see the sunflowers here. Yeah, pay no mind. Pay no mind to these idiots. See, you are King of Cups. But this is the thing. There is a propensity to give to people, places, and things where it's actually not your place. There are absolutely people, places, and things that you could absolutely give to in whatever way, whether that's emotional, again, monetary, whatever. But there is a time and a place where you have to learn how to discern who to give to. This is the hard part about, like, codependency and boundaries and realizing people's intentions. And also, you cannot do the work for people. People will do everything else but do the work. And they want to ride on the coattails of other people, their successes, their relationships. They want to insert themselves. They want to take, but they don't want to give. Right? Just like this lass. Like, I definitely have friends in my life that I have to keep at a healthy distance, because I realized you can do all of this stuff for them, and it's actually a disservice to them. It's keeping them stuck. It's a disservice to you and to them. And caring for people is not the same as taking care. And you will, especially if you're working with your spirit team, to ask if things are coming up and your gut you're not sure, but you're feeling bad about it because you're like, I really want to help this person. Like, isn't that the best thing to do? Pray on it, you know? And also like, pray with your spirit team to remove all people, places, and things, energies, and entities that are not in your highest and greatest good. You might be sorely surprised to see who exits, but I'm telling you, it is better to rip off the mask and see who's actually in your pot. Because also, when there is success, you're going to start to see that crabs in the pot mentality. People love you so long as you don't surpass them. As soon as they feel like you have a leg up over them or you surpass them, that's usually also when you see the mask get lifted. And you get to see Devi Devil come out. Okay. Well, so Grandmama, what do you want the collective to do with all of this fruition, abundance, prosperity? Just like beautiful things coming in beyond your wildest, like, what does it say? Better than you can imagine. Yeah. Get excited and enjoy it. Do something with it. Do you know what I mean? Again, create those opportunities that maybe you didn't get to have before. So even on the practical, if there's resources that you couldn't access before because of like a monetary thing, but you're like, God damn, maybe it's like crazy dental surgery, or like who knows, where you're just like, oh my God, I have an extra whatever to dispose and now I can go deal with it. But also like delight. Ace of Wands is creativity, and it's being excited about it. You know, yeah, like get out of the stifling garden and get out, yeah, like get out into nature, you know? Get expansive. Go on an adventure. Even on a rainy day, you know? Put on your raincoat. Get on some rain boots. Get out there. I'm telling you the smells right now. I'm gonna put on my raincoat. I don't have rain boots, but I'm not afraid to get wet. Okay, well, that's just beautiful. Not mad about it, guys. Not mad about it. Oh, cheers to your prosperity. And that's the other thing too. When we can, in our heart of hearts, when we look around the world and we see who's in their winning era, look at how you feel about how when other people surpass you. Is your first inclination to be envious? Mad? I've had to look at those qualities in myself, and it really comes down to like, why wouldn't I want everyone to have what I want? You know, like what I want for myself is what I want for others. And I mean that on every level, and that is an extension for me to everyone on this planet, not a select few. That means even the terrible ones, because I want everybody to heal. If everyone had all of their needs met, I think the world could look really different. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Stay blessed, stay golden out there.